What you are about to see will rewrite your view of both history and faith. For millennia, we have read the Bible seeking comfort and guidance. But what if our focus has been wrong? What if ancient scriptures held cosmic knowledge that goes far beyond simple metaphor? I'm talking about engineering data, the very architecture of the universe, hidden in the language of worship. The Psalms, the most sublime poetry ever written, a profound collection of praise, lament, and spiritual reflection. One of the most read books in all of human history, with its power to touch the soul. But it is time to stop reading the Psalms only with the heart. Our video today demands that you read them with a telescope, because the audacious idea is this: these ancient hymns, forged under the desert stars, may contain layered, esoteric, and deeply accurate astronomical data. Think about it. The sun is the center of our system. The universe is constantly expanding. The Earth is round and suspended in space, things we only recently confirmed with modern technology. The mystery we are about to unravel is this: could these ancient verses, written by shepherds and kings, secretly map out the cosmos, predating the discoveries of Galileo and Hubble by thousands of years? Prepare to see the Bible not just as a book of faith, but as a locked cosmic file. Stay with us. The depth of this code will shock you. The stellar language of Scripture, development. If the Bible is, in fact, a locked cosmic file, where is the key? We start where poetry and astronomy meet, in the Psalms. Consider Psalm 19. It begins with a majestic declaration: "The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork." Poetry, undoubtedly. But read verse 4. "In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun." What is this tabernacle? Modern astronomers call it the ecliptic, the orbital plane where Earth moves around the sun. It is the apparent path of the sun through the constellations over the course of the year. The ancient biblical writer did not describe the sun as static, but as an entity that travels in a predictable tabernacle or tent. It is an incredibly precise description of apparent solar motion along the ecliptic, and it doesn't stop there. Let's look at Psalm 8, another centerpiece. Verse 3 says, "When I consider thy heavens, the work of thy fingers, the moon and the stars which thou hast ordained." The Hebrew word for ordained, kun, implies something firm, prepared, and ordered. This reflects the ancient understanding of the celestial system, not as random chaos, but as a precision mechanism. They observed that the moon, unlike other wandering celestial bodies, follows a strict, ordered path. It is a scientific observation disguised as poetry. The ancient peoples, without our telescopes, were master celestial observers. They were forced to be. Their harvests, their calendars, their navigation, all depended on an accurate reading of the heavens. The repetition of lunar and solar cycles was not just a belief. It was a science of sophisticated calendrical systems that far surpass what we imagine. We cannot understand the Bible without understanding the context. The civilizations surrounding Israel, Babylon, Egypt, were centers of astronomical knowledge. They didn't just worship celestial bodies, they mapped them with alarming precision to define their calendars and festivals. It is naive, therefore, to assume that the writers of Israel, who were educated in Egypt or exiled in Babylon, held a naive or folkloric view of the universe. Quite the opposite. They intentionally encoded their deepest knowledge about the sun's movement, the moon's order, the universe's expansion into their most sacred language, the Psalms. They spoke the stellar language of their time. But if they knew so much, why did they hide it this way? And what is the greatest secret hidden in the next section of the Psalms that modern science only confirmed in the 20th century? That is what we explore next. Decoding the Celestial Codes, the scientific twist. If this knowledge was encoded, How do we, in the 21st century, decipher it? It wasn't with a telescope, but with a computer. The emerging field of computational archaeoastronomy is revolutionizing everything. Researchers are using what we call computational linguistics to map every Hebrew word of the Psalms and cross-reference that data with precise celestial simulations from 4,000 years ago. Essentially, we are asking artificial intelligence to identify complex patterns that the human eye would never see, correlations between the frequency of certain keywords and rare astronomical movements. And what AI discovered is breathtaking. The biggest ancient astronomical challenge is the precession of the equinoxes, the slow, gradual wobble of the Earth's axis, which takes about 26,000 years to complete. It is a subtle movement that changes the pole star and the constellation we see at the spring equinox. Our simulations show a startling correlation between the Psalms of Ascent, Psalms 120, 134, traditionally used for pilgrimages, and the exact changes in precession during the Second Temple period. The poetic precision of the text aligns with the slow, massive cosmic calendar. This leads us to the most compelling modern theory: the idea that the Psalms are not just poetry, but a systematic, cosmic calendar. Theorists suggest that the Psalms were deliberately arranged to map our solar system's journey through different astrological ages, each psalm corresponding to a sector of the sky or a rare planetary event. It is not a loose metaphor, it is a coordinate. The question is not if the knowledge is there, but why it was hidden this way. If the ancient prophets held this cosmic key, what was their ultimate purpose? And what does this encoded structure mean for the future, for us, now? We conclude with the revelation: beyond coincidence, intentional design. Conclusion: we have seen the evidence, the precision of Psalm 19 with the path of the sun, the alignment of the Psalms of Ascent with the precession of the equinoxes. Coincidence has been ruled out. We are not talking about a casual poetic metaphor. We are talking about complex patterns, a meticulous Hebrew vocabulary that fits into celestial movements that take tens of thousands of years to complete. And here we come to the deepest question: are these correlations truly just accidental linguistic quirks of incredibly intelligent scribes? Or are they compelling evidence of an intentional, sophisticated cosmic understanding encoded by a higher intelligence that wanted to ensure his plan was timeless, readable in the pages of the Bible and in the stars? This interpretation doesn't just challenge traditional theology, it redefines science itself. If the Psalms contain an accurate star map, it establishes a radical bridge between ancient faith and modern astronomy. Where the scientist sees dark matter, the believer now sees the Creator's fingerprint. What does this mean for us? First, it elevates our understanding of ancient human ingenuity. The people of Israel, often underestimated in their science, may have had a knowledge of the cosmos that rivaled or surpassed the great civilizations. But more importantly, it reframes our perception of the Bible. The Holy Book transforms from a record of history and doctrine into a repository of universal knowledge, a cosmic time capsule waiting for the technology of our age to reveal its deepest secret. If the architecture of the universe is in fact encoded in the poetry of the Psalms, then what other secret remains hidden in the depths of Scripture? Your perspective on the Bible has changed? We want to know. Leave your comment. Do you believe this knowledge was intentionally encoded by God, or is it merely the pinnacle of ancient human intelligence? Like this video if you were shocked by the precision of the Psalms, and subscribe to the channel Bible Breakdown as we continue to decipher the untold mysteries of the Scriptures. Until next time, and may you look upon the stars with new eyes.